how's it going today? I hope that my camera battery lasts because I have not checked it in a while, so let's just try to do as much as we can. Every year there are so many new manga that come out and so many old backlog manga that we all want to get to. I like to go over the best manga that I've read over the course of the year. So this video is going to be my 2022 best manga or favorite manga of the year. I'm going to do 10. Yeah, I put them in order. So I'm going to start from the bottom, which is my least favorite of my favorites. So these are the most noteworthy manga that I read all year, and I hope that you will give some of them a try. Or if you have read them, let me know what you think. If you liked them or if you didn't like them, then tell me why in the comments, because I like to talk about differences between our reading preferences. So let's just get into it. Number 10 is going to be Black Torch. This is by Tsuyoshi Takaki, and this is a story about a guy who is living his normal life. He goes to school and he has an affinity for animals. He can talk to them for some reason. It's not really ever explained in the beginning. Later on you do get a little bit more explanation for it. One day he's walking through the woods and he notices this cat who is injured and looks like it's about to die. So he decides to help it. And by doing that, he sets off a chain of events that lead to him becoming like a member of a squad. It has very Jujutsu Kaisen vibes and a little bit of Chainsaw Man, but not much. Just kind of like the group setting of like people that you fight with. I really liked this. I think that it's a tragedy that it's only 5 volumes, and I think volume 2 is super hard to find. I happened to get it very luckily in a Mercari bundle one day for a great deal. If you want to check it out, I do recommend this because it was a really fun read. I wish it could have went 30 volumes. It was just that fun for me. There are parts of it that I understand that get to a lull and that people might lose interest. I don't know if this was meant to be longer and they just canceled it because it did not get very popular, or if it was meant to be 5 volumes all along, but it definitely does not feel that way. It feels like it was leading up to a big arc, and like it could have had multiple arcs within it, similar to like Bleach or Naruto or something. So I'm a little disappointed that they did not go further with this, but I really liked it. I think it would do really well in an anime if they did ever have the funds to animate it, which I know they won't. I liked it a lot. I think the characters are likable. I really loved our main guy, and the art style is really nice. I truly enjoyed this series, and I wish more people would give it a shot. Number 9 on this list of manga that I enjoyed this year is Ladies on Top. This is by Neji Ganameta. It is so good, y'all. Like, this is definitely for a particular audience. I don't know if I can recommend this to everyone, especially no one underage, but even adult women. This was written for ladies, I think, but I think anyone could like it if they're into the trope that's in this. It's a ladies on top guy is the submissive in the bedroom. Not so much in their regular day lives, but I'm just gonna read you kind of like a short little synopsis about it. This lady has had so many boyfriends and none of them have really stuck out to her. She just dates them for a while, and then at that like 3 to 4 month mark, she just loses interest. There's something about her being the submissive in the relationship and then being the dominant that just turns her off and gets her the ick. She figures out with her current boyfriend, they're already dating, that she likes to be more dominant, and he also secretly kind of likes to be the more submissive, and he gets like grossed out and can't get ready to perform, if you know what I mean, unless he is the submissive one. And as soon as he switches to the dominant one, he just hates it. He doesn't want to do this anymore. So it's a very interesting dynamic they have, and I wish this was coming out faster because it seems really fun and very naughty, and I don't know where it's going to go exactly after a few volumes. I feel like this is going to be concluded very quickly, but we'll see. If you've read this, let me know your thoughts because I think this could get really fun really quickly. I'm guessing it's going to become graphic. It's in the Steamship line for 7 Seas, and I liked it a lot. I think that there's some potential here. Number 8 on this list is Mao by Rumiko Takahashi. This is a new ongoing series by my favorite mangaka, Rumiko Takahashi, the creator of Inuyasha and Ranma Half and those kinds of series. And this is very new, and it feels very Inuyasha mixed with a little bit of the horror aspect of Mermaid Saga from this creator. So if you've read both of those series, or at least kind of know what they're about, this is similar to like a small mixture of those two. I really love this. I think Rumiko Takahashi's art is gorgeous and very traditional looking, comforting for me to read her series. This story is about a girl who falls through a time warp, like a isekai situation, into the Taisho era, and there are some demons, and she runs into this character named Mao, who is this guy on the cover, and he is a doctor, and he helps humans and demons, or whatever they're called. He has some dark ties to his past and some things that he has to overcome, and it's just really, really cool to meet the group of people that they travel with, and they have a goal similar to like they did in Inuyasha, and I'm just really enjoying it. They're only up to like 8 or 9 volumes now, going fairly quickly in the publishing part of it, so every time I see a volume of it, I pick it up and I read it immediately. I'm not one to let these volumes just sit around until I read them, so I highly recommend it if you like her other works. Number 7 on my list is Kowloon. This is Kul Generic Romance by Jun Miyuzuki. This is a new series. Volume 1 is the only one I've read so far. I did pick up volume 2 recently because it just came out. This was astounding to me. I heard that the ending was like, whoa, and I really normally am very disappointed when people say things like that. Like, I'm not as surprised as they made it out to seem like I would be. So my expectations were kind of high going into this, and I was a little scared of that. So when I actually read it, the art style, y'all, is like the #1 reason why I love this. It is absolutely gorgeous. The artwork in this is stunning. I am in love with this girl, and I am in love with the main guy, and mainly the girl. She is absolutely gorgeous. Some of these panels, y'all, I'm just like, I can't really find the perfect one, but like her, she is just beautiful, beautiful characters, and I love everything about this so far. It starts off a little slow for some people because it doesn't jump right into the mystery of it, but at the very end you do get a little kick in the butt with what's actually going on. So I can't wait to continue it, and I hope that it continues that interest in me for a while. I have no idea how long this is going to be, but I already love it so far, so we're going to see where this journey takes me. It's a thicker volume. It is a yen press, so it's going to be a little more expensive, $15 a pop, which really hurts the bank account because I am going to like this so much, but we will see if I can find them cheaper. I doubt it. I think either my discount at Barnes & Noble or Right Stuff is going to be the cheapest place to pick these up brand new. Number 6 on this list is One Pound Gospel by Rumiko Takahashi. This is, yeah, the rest of these are not Takahashi. I had 2 on this list from her. This is an older series that I wish would get the omnibus, like, collector's edition treatment that Mermaid Saga and Meisani Koku have been getting, because this is so fun. Like, this was really, really fun for me. It's only 4 volumes in the regular singles, and I happened to get a really good deal on them. It's kind of hard to find 1 or 2 of the volumes nowadays, so I really hope they eventually do reprint this. It's a story about this guy who is a boxer, and I think he's in like the featherweight class, I think, and he keeps having to go up and down because his weight fluctuates so much because he's a glutton. Like, he is a true glutton. He loves food. He can't stop himself from eating. This could be very triggering for someone who struggles with eating disorders or malnourishment or anything like that. I really, really recommend caution if you do have that problem, because I think that he could trigger that, like either overeating or undereating for someone, because he's constantly eating, or he's constantly trying not to eat, or someone's telling him he's gained too much weight or he needs to lose weight. And so it's definitely not for everyone if that's something you struggle with, and I think that you should very much stay away from this if that is a problem for you. If not, this was really fun. There's this nun lady. She's so odd. She's a nun, or she's about to be a nun, and she's in like the nunnery school, I guess, where you're like preparing yourself to become an official nun. And this guy likes her, and she kind of likes him, sort of. We don't really know until the very end how she feels. And she tries to help him overcome his demons and not overeat and stay within his weight class, because they explain very thoroughly in this that if you go up a weight class because you overate, it's so hard to win because you're not all muscle, you're just fat or water weight or whatever. And so you need to stay within your more fit for your body type class. So it's very interesting to learn a little bit about boxing with this. I feel like she really did her research when she was writing this. The art, of course, is always great, and I really just got a kick out of the hijinks. This guy tortures his trainer constantly because he just won't listen to him. and it was just a lot of fun. I highly recommend it. 4 volumes, super easy to go through, and just a fun time. I laughed a lot during this. Number 5 on this list is Love Attack by Shizuru Seno. This is a new series for me. It's an older series. It was originally published in 2007. So it's a little bit older series, but it's Tokyo Pop. I like the older Tokyo Pop stuff more than the new stuff, at least that I've read so far. And this one was a lot of fun. I picked up volume 1 at a library just for the heck of it, found new manga. I did not know that it had been stopped at volume 6 in English. So if I do wish to continue, because I think it goes into the teens, I will have to read it digitally, but I did want to collect all of the ones that have come out because I enjoyed this one so much. So I picked them all up fairly cheaply under cover price, and I enjoyed the heck out of it. There are problems with this series, so if you're looking to go into it, just know it has aged a little bit, but not so terribly that I still didn't love the heck out of it. It's about this girl in the front, and she's definitely got a wild streak. She loves to fight. She just gets so wound up in her own emotions that she just beats people up. Like, if they mess with her, she's not taking it, and she'll beat them up. And so she gets this reputation, and people don't really want to be around her except maybe a couple people. And then there's this guy who kind of has the same reputation, but his is misinterpreted that he is a bad guy. Like, he just dresses and looks tough, but he's actually not. And so they kind of form a relationship and fall in love, and it's like a really cute rom-com, and I think this is hilarious. This is one of the funniest series I've read. The romance is spicy for a shoujo. It's so good. It's rated 13 plus, but I feel like if they had been able to go a little bit higher on that rating, it could have been even better, but it's still really fun. This would have been fun as a josei. I wish they could have done this like a college student or something and upped the maturity just a little bit, even with the characters and their attitudes. But I'll take what I can get, and I do want to find digital versions of this if it was translated to finish it, because I loved it. Number 4 on this list is it's Smut. This is Fire in His Fingertips. This is volume 1. I love this so much. It is like romance, like a story, like an actual story mixed with smut. And it's definitely geared towards the ladies, and it's of the Ghost Ship imprint, and I think it should be switched to the Steamship imprint, because volumes 1 through 3 were almost completely uncensored and wonderful, and they pull you in, and then volume 4 they start censoring it. So I'm a little sour about that, and I'm wondering how the next volumes are going to go, if they're going to continue to censor it or if they're going to switch imprints or something, because I feel like they're doing this series dirty, and it's too good in my opinion, and other people have talked about how good this is, to give it a bad treatment like that. And I think it's kind of crappy for them to give us a lot of content, if you know what I mean, in the first 3, and then just decide to take it away. So I'm a little bitter about it, and I know that seems silly because of what it is, but you grow to expect something when you pay the price that this is. It is $13.99 brand new, which is probably what I paid for it or more, because I pre-ordered all of these, and I'm a little bitter that I'm gonna pay the same price for less content. So yeah, I like it though. The story is great. It's just a childhood friends to lovers kind of situation, and it's really smoking hot. I don't care for the fireman trope or his body type in particular, whatever, you know, but it's still really hot. And I constantly flip through this and just look at the art because it's precious, and there's a lot of stuff going on. Oh my god. And I liked it. Number 3 on this list is Life Lessons with Uramichi Onisan. This series is sort of polarizing for people. Either they really like it or they don't, and I'm on the side that loves it. He is such a skeptical, jaded, sad character who also adds so much comedy to everything that he's in. It's about this guy who's like 30 or 31, and he is a host of a kids show. Kind of like The Wiggles, Teletubbies, those kind of shows where there's a lot of kids involved, and he's the host, and he has to get them all excited and learn about stuff and sing and do things with them in person to record and put on television. And he's got this group of cast members that he works with that also do the same thing, but they're a little less sad than he is, but they still are all sad in different ways. Like, one of them, he's just a dirty-minded guy, and he's constantly thinking about rice balls, but he's kind of a dope. And then there's this girl who can't get a boyfriend, or the boyfriends that she does have are crappy, and so she's just single and talks about how miserable she is because she's single. And then there's these 2 characters, one that dresses up like a rabbit and one that dresses up like a bear, and they're miserable for their own reasons, and it's just really funny. Like, I love how just sad, dark humor this is. I I crack up the whole time. This has 1 and 2 in it, I think. Yeah, this has just the first and second volume within it. And they're so funny to me. I recommend this if you've got like a dark sense of humor, or if you really don't let things get to you when you're reading them, because this was a great time, and I'm sad that they take so long to come out. I think volume 4 Omnibus is set to come out sometime next year. I have no idea when, but I want it now. I love it. I want to go ahead and apologize because I think the next 2 might have also been on last year's list, but I finished them this year, so they continue to be on this list, and next year they probably won't be on this list. So just bear with me, okay? I know that I repeat a couple of series because they were favorites. So number 2 on this list is Wotakoi, Love is Hard for Otaku. This is by Fujita, and I finished it this year. And I cried like a baby because it's so good, and I highly recommend this. It's only like a 6-volume series or something like that. They're like 2-in-1s till the end, and it's just a good representation of nerdy relationships. Like, he's a gamer, she's a fujoshi manga creator, and my husband actually really likes the anime. We've been watching it slowly but surely together, and it's really good. I really love this series. If you don't know what it's about, I recommend looking it up because it's just a fan favorite. There was a bit of a craziness with trying to find the final volume that everyone wanted. I hope that everyone got the one they wanted. I got the one I wanted. Luckily, it was the Barnes & Noble edition, which I have a discount card with, so I'm happy I got that one. But good luck with the other ones if you have not picked them up yet. And my number 1 manga of the year, it might be like my top 2 manga ever, and that's hard for me to pick, but that would be Sweat and Soap by Kentetsu Yamada. This is so good. Okay, hear me out. I've been seeing a lot of hate for this series online, and I try not to jump in and yell at them because I'm so offended, but hear me out. Ignore the title, okay? It seems weird and creepy. Of course, I thought the same thing when I saw it. People talking about it, I was like, what the heck is this? It looks gross. It sounds stupid. And I tried it. First couple volumes, yeah, I could see someone being grossed out and thinking this is creepy, but when you continue reading, it's not only a little sexy if you can get past the kink, but it also turns into a real romance story between 2 adults who are fully consenting and talk about the problems they have in their relationship. It shows moments of when they don't talk and how that can blow up onto people. And when you move in together, how that affects you. The good and the bad and the ugly of becoming a couple and getting married or having kids or talking to friends who were going through those things and being single. Several different things within a possible adult healthy relationship. And I think that if you can get past the title and if you can get past the overall entry premise of it, then you will love this. It takes a couple volumes for it to calm down. I like the beginning because I'm just a degenerate, but if you don't like the beginning, just give it a few more, please. Just try to continue reading it to like volume 5 or 6. I know that's asking a lot, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. And if you don't, that's fine, but don't judge people who read this too harshly because it does turn into like a really nice couples conversation romance. I'm absolutely in love with both of these characters. They are fantastic characters, and I find so many similarities between myself and my husband in these characters. Not in the kink part, but like in their attitudes towards each other and the relationship and the role that they play. And so I have a very special attachment to this series that's very personal for myself, and I want more people to give it a try and to give it a honest try if you can stand to do so. But yeah, I understand if you don't want to. Just don't hate on people who do like it. But yeah, that's all for this video. I hope that you've enjoyed it. If any of these are on your top 10 for the year, please let me know. I would love to hear what you liked in the comments for this year. Or if you did not like these series, we can talk about that. Just be honest and be nice, and explain yourself. Don't just say, I didn't like it. Like, tell me why. I want to know what your ick is with something. That's totally fine. We can disagree on stuff. But I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Stay safe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.